Yo, what's good with y'all, man? As a small YouTuber, I want to talk about my experience with my first 30 uploads on YouTube ever. I say ever because I just want to emphasize that, I haven't done this junk before. No prior channel, nothing. Why 30 though? Mainly because one night I noticed I was getting close to that number of uploads, and I decided to search up on Google something like, is 30 uploads a lot on YouTube? It was more out of curiosity, just to kind of like see where I truly am regardless of how much time I've spent. Long story short, whether it was the AI overview summary or like some random ass Reddit post, all I really found out was that I have done nothing. Not nothing in the sense that I haven't like accomplished anything, but more that it's just not enough for like a first time YouTuber like me to truly prove myself to the algorithm. After saying that, I think it's important to note the obvious that this is very individual, especially considering, like what niche you're doing or just like your content as a whole. Like there's probably tens of like hundreds of channels at this point that have like, I don't know, maybe like 3 uploads with 10K subs. And I mean, I just saw one like that the other day. I've had a lot of fun over the last like 10 months. I think it's probably even been more now. It's closing in on a year soon. But when it comes to 30 uploads, it's definitely not where I want to be at right now. I was more hoping for like 50. I kind of get into why I didn't end up achieving that in my previous video. Definitely go check it out. I talk about a topic that I think is, pretty interesting in my opinion, and maybe even relatable to you. Who knows? When I did that whole thing one night where I searched up whether 30 uploads is a lot or not, I discovered something that truly inspired me to even like make this video in the first place.
Jet, revive me, use your ulti, Jet. Revive me, Jet, revive.
Apparently this like 30 upload period can be commonly seen as this like experimental phase for the average YouTube channel. And whether or not that's true, I really resonated with it, because there's been plenty of nights before where I'll just go on my channel, view it as you would any other channel, and realize that it barely even takes any scrolling to have seen all my uploads. Not only that, but you could kind of tell that my videos are kind of just all over the place. Like, yes, I make gaming and yap videos, alright. It's not that random, but you could kind of see how much I've, evolved when it comes to, like, my thumbnails or maybe even my titles. It's only up until, like, recently where I discovered, like, a sense for my own style. And, I mean, you can even see that with my more recent videos. Instead of getting, like, 20 to 50 views, I've gotten, like, 100 to even 400 views. And I guess the point I'm trying to get at is that I feel the experimentation when I look at my previous uploads that I've made. I don't know if experimentation is a word, but you get what I'm trying to say. At the time, I probably wasn't even thinking about it that way, but I've tried all kinds of like what's it called? Like all kinds of different edits, intros, video formats, and it's just like finally giving me an idea of how I want to make my videos. And I think my mic thing, I don't know what it's called, I forgot. No, see, my gain's only at 20. Why is it doing that?
See the shoes, I see the money.
I think with every upload you kind of get more used to having a camera just pointing at your face while you're just playing a game or even just talking. You kind of just become, I guess, less awkward about it. And in my experience, you kind of just begin to let yourself be a little more, I guess, you. And obviously, that part is really important since, this website is literally called YouTube. It's supposed to be your authentic self and whatever it is that you bring to the table. It's still doing the thing where it's like going up to the red. Am I really being that loud? I think the same thing kind of goes for editing. The more editing I did, the more used to it I got. The more practice I did, aka making videos, the better I got at making the edits I wanted to make. More ideas, more experimenting, and of course, more learning. Like, for example, it was only up until somewhere between my Dispatch playthrough series where I discovered how to do like those like smooth zooms or like movements instead of it just being like really cheap like linear movement. Like for me, I use desktop CapCut, bro. Like I use that to edit my videos, and not even just because it's free, but because of just like how simple it is to use it. Like there's all kinds of, you know, free editing softwares, but I think if I use something like DaVinci Resolve, I definitely don't think it would even like help me. It would probably just slow me down even more, you know, make less uploads because I'd be too busy trying to figure out how to even like do basic shit on there. Like if you're an aspiring creator like me, I think you should just start out on CapCut. But then if you know, actually get an audience, you know, you actually get the reason to use a better editing software, then go ahead, bro. I ain't saying CapCut is like the best editing software or something like that. This is the part I really wanted to get into. It also kind of backs off something I was going to mention in the previous section of this video. I am a high schooler, right? I'm not going to say my exact age, but that's kind of the main idea of this section, I guess. I'm not like a grown-ass adult like most YouTubers are. I basically have a job like them, except, you know, it's not really a job. I mostly wanted to mention this because it really ties into my experience when it comes to doing YouTube in the first place, and also because hopefully it gives you like a more unique perspective, I guess, to look at as the viewer, since, you know, most YouTubers, like I said, are adults, not, you know, as young as I am, unless we're talking about kids channels where you have kids like Ryan being in I'm joking. I'm not getting into that, bro. Yo. As this year has slowly but surely passed, it feels like school has only been holding me back. It's like more and more from something that I'm truly passionate about. I'm not gonna act like I'm some crazy busy guy, but high school is high school, right? And when I say I feel like it's holding me back, obviously it's, you know, mentally, not in some like random ass physical way. I said that I wanted to talk about this in my previous Yap video, actually, the one I mentioned earlier. So here I am now about school, and I want to leave that for another video. It's more just stuff like having to worry about like grades, random ass assignments, projects, and, you know, just stuff like that. And then in one way or another, it kind of leads back to like that whole lack of drive thing. Because some days it'll dead ass feel like school is just like so much more draining than like it has to be. And again, in, you know, one way or another, I'll find myself wasting my time instead of editing or getting a good recording in, especially during the weekend, like I should be. Because if there's one thing you should know about doing YouTube in school, not like in school, but like while you're why am I overcomplicating it? It feels like a real when you don't get a recording in during the weekend. Because at least for me, like doing it during the school week, it feels like I never have time for that, right? Weekend is prime time recording. And again, if I don't, it'll just delay my uploads, which of course leads to less consistency. Matter of fact, I'm doing it with this video. I'm recording this junk on a Thursday. So this upload's gonna be delayed. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna get this video out. I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get it out when I want to, all right? I will say, though, I don't find a problem with video ideas. I think it'll end up being more like, what video idea do I do? Because usually I'll have plenty, and then it just becomes like this indecisive thing where it's like, oh, I could do this one, or fucking stomping. Damn. I'll usually put my like video ideas in the notes app so I just don't forget them. But regardless, I feel like now I could really take this seriously, especially considering, you know, summer is soon and I could just actually lock in. Like I've been trying to lock in, but I feel like I just haven't been able to. But I think now is the true time to do it. I don't usually smack my desk because for some reason it causes my monitor to go down and not be aligned with the middle one that's in front of my face, and then it just bothers me because it'll be unaligned by like maybe like 2 centimeters at best.
Gorącej mamuśki w twojej okolicy. Sprawdź sam.
18 minutes into the recording already, bro. Yebana, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tired of talking about this in general. So, you know, yeah. Because you made it this far into the video, I'm just go ahead and reintroduce myself, almost as if like a new fresh start for the channel. Hi. I'm Philip. F-I-L-I-P. Filipowski is my nickname. My Polish nickname, since, yes, I am Polish. But I was actually born here in the U.S., Illinois specifically. And as you could tell, I could speak fluent English. I do know Polish, but, you know, definitely not as much as English. Polish, it's like I could have a conversation, but, you know, it's definitely a lot worse. And for some reason, in my very first video, when I do like a introducing myself part where I just randomly started talking about like myself, I guess I for some cringe ass reason rubbed it in that I love sparkling water. So throw back to that. I love sparkling water. Oh yeah, Mason in particular, Mason Pereira, buddy. I'm still waiting on that sponsor. You think I forgot? Oh, buddy, I'll come all the way. Where are you from? France? I'll come all the way over there for your ass, buddy. I'll drag you here, force you to pay me. I mainly do gaming content, and as you see, yapping videos. I like to talk about random junk, whether it's, you know, more personal stuff like this, or, you know, just other general topics or situations that I find interesting. And yeah, I'm just a small YouTuber trying to make it out of these YouTube trenches, you know. I don't really know what else to introduce about myself, because I know y'all don't really give a f. Oh yeah, and I just remembered, like, last second, another thing I wanted to do was to introduce myself. I don't know if it's even really relevant, but I'm a Christian. You know, I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Again, I don't know if that's really relevant, but all I know is that I want to somehow incorporate that into my channel. So I figured I'd mention that. You know, I still don't have an idea of how I'm gonna even do that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'll definitely make some type of videos related to it. But so yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, the like, hit that sub button if you enjoyed, and even if you didn't enjoy, leave a comment down below, bro. Please, thank you. Even if it's criticism or just what you found valuable from this video, anything. I like interacting with the people that watch my content, since I am still at a stage of YouTube where I could reply to every comment. I don't really have an excuse not to reply or heart or like the comment, you know. Man, you get the point, bro. But yeah, other than that, again, hopefully you enjoyed, and next video is a gaming video, so you know, again, hit that sub button, get the noties on, and it's late, I have to go to bed soon. I have to go.
Are you serious, my brother?
Like, do I have undiagnosed autism? I have to have something. Even my friend would agree. The amount of like and sub. All right, fine, you're home.